And good morning. Hey, DRESAMP fam. Welcome back to another episode of Raw Thoughts with your boy, DRESAMP. It's a nice Friday morning. I'm excited. Gianno's awake. I took a shower today. I've been like a week or two in quarantine. Shh, don't tell anybody. But I took a shower, so I feel pretty refreshed. I don't know, why do we do this to ourselves? Why do we, when in our perhaps lowest moments, we treat ourselves like shit, we give ourselves the most crap, right? During quarantine, you would think it's the most important time to be taking care of your health, your mental health, your physical fitness, but no, that's when I order out and eat just the worst, just deep dish pizza and watch Netflix and just don't get out of bed the entire day, you know? So why do we do that to ourselves? I don't know, man. But I'm feeling good today. It's Friday, like I said. I'm excited. I feel good. I feel refreshed. I feel clean. I feel invigorated, rejuvenated, invigorized. Is that a word, to invigorize? Got my morning coffee. Hope you guys do as well. And today, the topic that I want to discuss, or at least the jumping off point that I want to start off from, is jealousy. I want to talk about jealousy today. That's right, in the raw thoughts. Now, keep in mind, these are all raw thoughts, so these are just little ideas that are bubbling around in my brain that I just kind of want to talk about and just get them out there and in there, right? So I want to talk about jealousy. And I experienced a personal moment of jealousy the other day. And it was so dumb, and I felt so dumb about it, feeling it, but I knew immediately. I felt it. I felt anger and like a sense of like wanting and yearning. But so the basic story. So I'm a comedian here in Chicago. That's one of the many things that I do, and I know a lot of the other comedians that are in Chicago. It's a big community, but it's really a small circle, if that makes sense. Because everyone kind of knows everyone or knows of everyone for the most part. And I remember last year wanting to get on TikTok and like that being the thing where it's like, all right, I'm going to hop on that and I'm going to commit to that, because if I can make a funny video and, that can just play forever, and instead of like a funny joke that you have to get to the mic and you have to get the room right and blah, 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 blah. Stand-up's hard, man. It's an art form. It's a skill, but it's, you gotta really want it. You gotta really want it. And so there's some people, that's just all they did, right? And I'm doing 3, 4, 5 different hustles right over here. And that's all they did. And it showed, because, you just have that comfort on stage. But I'm getting besides the point. So basically I was like, I was telling some of my comedian friends, like, like hop on TikTok. Like that's a new thing. That's a new platform. People are growing. People are exploding on there. I'm seeing like new comedians on there, like starting to make a name for himself. It's the same thing that happened to Vine back in like 2007. Same thing that happened to like YouTube in the 20 teens, where it's just the platform is growing, and if you just start making content and it's decent, the platform is so hungry for content that it just sucks you up in the algorithm and spits you out to all the people that it thinks you would be interested in, right? And I'd been digging around TikTok with not much success, and I told some people like, hop on TikTok. I didn't hear much from back in, and then I quit and I start doing different stuff, blah 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 blah, and now I'm back at it, trying to follow me on TikTok, by the way, at DRESAMP. As stupid as my videos are, stupider than this. So if you don't like this, don't. I need to stop looking at. I want to get a camera, guys. I want to get a nice camera so I can stop looking at my face, because I'm just looking at my face. And but yeah, basically the other day, yesterday, I found out that like a whole bunch of Chicago comedians that I had no idea had hopped on TikTok in the past month, 2 or 3. Quarantine has been really persuasive, and some of them had found nice, good, decent success right off the bat. And I know one stand-up just like posted, it was just clips of him doing stand-up, talking on the stage, but he had just edited so the words and the dialogue was at the bottom. A couple of those went viral, and he's got like 30,000 followers. But all of his videos are just stand-up clips, and I say but and just like I'm somehow better than him. And see, I'm still a little bit jealous, right? Because I told this guy about the TikTok. I remember telling him, sitting outside of Mike, telling him about like, dude, you should hop on it. And he's like, yeah, yeah, yeah. And then now he's like, oh yeah, if you need help, I can help. But that's not even what, I don't even want to post stand-up clips, right? I don't even have stand-up clips. I have clips of stand-up, but whatever. It's besides the point. I don't even want to be really a stand-up comedian. I want to be a comedian, right? Stand-up is just a way to do that. So yeah, I felt jealousy, man, because I found his page, it's just like, holy shit, he's having some success. And like, that's someone I considered we were on like the same comedic rank, whatever. Or it's just like, oh yeah, I'm as good as this person. Or like, they go up on stage, they get laughs, I go up on stage, I get laughs, writing, they're still kind of doing it, but they're not that far ahead of me or that far behind me. But then when you have like a quantifiable number that you can compare it to, it's like, all right, Dre, you've got 440 followers. And you've been doing this since, August, but you've known about the app since like 2017. This kid just hopped on in, 2 months ago and it's got 30,000. So, but it's jealousy, right? And I realized that, and it made me mad. It made me mad because I was jealous. And normally I can finagle it in my head or like put logic to it that I'm not jealous and it's the X, Y, and Z for whatever reason, but it was just pure jealousy that he had more. And I hated myself for it. I hated myself for like feeling something for someone because they had something more than me, or because that meant that they were that much funnier than me, right? But I know that's not the case, because you can't compare yourself to other people, right? You can, once you start comparing, and here's the lesson. Here's the moral of the story. Here's the lesson for today, kids, is you can't compare yourself to other people, right? Because if you can start comparing yourself to other people, you're always gonna fall short, right? It's good to surround yourself with people that are better than you. That's the best thing you can do, right? Because you'll eventually rise. You surround yourself with greatness, and you rise to the occasion. But don't compare yourself, and don't belittle yourself for something that you don't have that someone else has, right? And here's the trick. You can't compare yourself to them, right? You don't know them, you don't know their life. A whole bunch of different factors, right? The only thing you can compare yourself to is who you were yesterday, right? That's the only thing. That's the simplest thing. That's how you fix all jealousy, right? Because I think like a lot of guys, right? All right, maybe not a lot of guys, but for me, right? Like it's like, oh man, I want to be big, right? I want to have big muscles, and I want to go to the gym and just like bench all this weight and like go to the beach, and all these chicks are looking at me and like a 6-pack and just like looking like a maggot, right? And you see that guy at the gym, it's like, damn, dude, if I could just be like that guy, right? If I could just be like that guy, then I would just be set, right? I'd have everything, right? But what you don't realize is that guy's been doing that. That's what that guy was thinking 10 years ago, right? But you didn't see all the 10 years of work that he put into it. You just see the result, right? So what I'm going to challenge you today it is to not compare yourself to others, right? Be inspired by others, but compare yourself to your previous self, right? So to go back to the gym analogy, instead of, oh man, if I could just be like that guy that's benching like 300 pounds, if I could just be like that guy and just be so swole, right? Instead of doing that, instead going to the gym, it's like, all right, well, yesterday I benched 100 pounds. Today I'm a bench 105. All right, 110, right? You just got better. You just got incrementally better. You can quantifiable. You can measure that out, right? And that's you just got better, right? But it doesn't feel like you got better, right? Because you want that 6-pack. You want the end goal, right? But you didn't realize you just took the first step. And if you continue to take those steps and develop habits, you'll get to that point. And then this is the cool part. 5 years down the road, when you've made it and you don't even realize you've made it, you're inspiring someone else, and you're lifting that 250 at the gym like no problem, even though you put in a lot of work to get there. Now you got another little weenie in the gym. Not a weenie. He's just not big yet, right? And he's like, oh, if I could just be like that guy. Now you're the guy. You just became the guy that you wanted to be, right? Because you just try to beat your previous self. So that's what I challenge you to do. moving forward. This has been a fun raw thoughts with a little mini lesson at the end. I like this. I'll try to go for that more often. Cheers and have a great weekend.